The first pro with this 2025 Toyota Sienna Platinum, it's going to be the sheer amount of interior space that this product has to offer. With the second row, if I have the seats pushed all the way back, I genuinely have as much space as an extended wheelbase Bentley Bentayga. No exaggeration, I am 5'11" and I can stretch my legs out completely straight. That's incredible. But of course, I don't have to have the seats back all the way like that. I can actually push them forward, and then I can fit in the third row of this Sienna as well, and rather comfortably. The Sienna is just also brilliantly designed. It's rather easy for children and elderly people to get in and out of. You have sliding doors that you can open and close with the key fob, at least on this Platinum model. And of course, the front seating space is also great. The ergonomics are on point, and the seating comfort is phenomenal as well. So I would say that the first Pro, it's going to encompass a lot of things regarding the interior space. Even the build quality in here is not bad. It's reasonably sturdy. Even this center console is pretty good. And I bring this up because we have a large amount of space underneath the center console. So despite this floating design, the sturdiness is pretty good. And the overall cubby spaces are well thought out, both with the door pockets and with the center console space. We even have various components for a vacuum cleaner in the center console. And also with the second row, you have a fridge back there as well. And this vacuum slash fridge combination, that's something that you get as standard with the Platinum, and it's available as an option with the limited trim level. And again, more pros regarding the interior space, it would be the 12.3-inch infotainment screen. It's easy to use. You have your wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have the separate buttons and switches. For your HVAC, we have a wireless charging pad that now works even faster, so that's good. I would say a con would be regarding the driving experience. The Sienna kind of feels like an economy car driving experience, and that's not something that you get from something like a Toyota Grand Highlander. So the Grand Highlander, that's the big 3-row SUV from Toyota, and that has a more luxurious driving nature about it. With the Sienna, we have more wind noise, more road noise in general. We have this buzzy, groany, naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine here, and whenever you accelerate, you certainly hear it, although credit where credit is due. This engine, it's nowhere near as loud as it used to be in previous model year Toyota hybrids. But you get what I'm trying to say here. Things like this Platinum model, it's nearly $60,000, if not more, when you get it fully equipped with everything, with every option. But this does not feel anywhere close to being a $60,000 driving experience. But there are some pros regarding the drive of the Sienna. For me personally, I do like the fact that the Sienna kind of feels like an early 2000s Toyota product, and I mean that in a very good way. It has a light-hearted nature about it. It's very chill and relaxing to drive, so that's pretty good. It just doesn't feel overly special or luxurious, that's all. It doesn't feel like a completely soulless product. I think the steering weight is perfect, and also gripping onto the steering wheel is very satisfactory as well. And you do have some pretty good confidence here behind the wheel. You know, even out on the highway in windy conditions, the stability of the Sienna, it's really good. This van handles the long sweeping corners rather well. It's got a rather planted and flat feel in the corners. Ride quality is decent, even with these 20-inch wheels. It's not overly plush, but again, not a bad ride quality by any means. I would say the only real con regarding your everyday drive, it's going to be if you aggressively take, left-hand, right-hand turns, the Sienna can kind of plow out and peel out the front tires. Okay, and this hybrid system, even though it is a bit on the louder side, this is still one of the best hybrid systems that you can get. Pretty reliable powertrain, and with the combined 245 horsepower, I don't really have any issues with speed. I can easily pass people out on the road, both in the city and out on the highway, so that is a pro. And of course, being a hybrid, the other big pro, it's going to be the fuel economy. You get about 36 in the city, 36 highway, and that's with the front-wheel drive. If you actually go with the all-wheel drive Sienna, you just lose like 1 mpg out in the city, so you get 35 city and 36 highway, and that's really good. We have an intelligent electric on-demand all-wheel drive system here, which doesn't really punish you regarding the fuel economy. Now, another big pro, it's going to be the overall trunk space. That is very impressive. It has a really low loading floor, but you can also stow the third row seats into that low cargo area, and you can get a massive trunk area that way as well. However, with this model that I'm checking out here, we do not have a spare tire, but you are able to get a spare tire as an option with just about every Sienna, including this Platinum. But in order to get the spare tire on the Platinum, you have to forego the ottomans in the second row, which the ottomans are pretty useless. At least I find them to be useless. So I would rather not have the ottomans, and I would rather have the spare tire. It's a bit obtuse the way Toyota has that set up, but regardless, yes, you are able to get spare tires with the Sienna. I would say the other con regarding the interior space would be the 12-speaker JBL audio system. It doesn't really sound that great. It comes as standard with the Platinum and with the Limited, and it's available as an option with the XLE and the XSE trim levels. But yeah, this JBL, I mean, it just does not sound as good as some of the other newer Toyotas that I've checked out, like with the Grand Highlander, the Tacoma, the Tundra, and all of these products, the JBL sounds much better. But the final pros regarding the Toyota Sienna, it's got to be with the overall resale value of this product. Yes, these vans are certainly on the expensive side, but if you take the plunge, you will be rewarded with a product that kind of sort of maintains its value even if you pile up the mileage. And the resale value in conjunction with the amazing fuel economy, that's a great combo for someone who once again drives a lot. But you can certainly look into competing products like the Kia Carnival. I really enjoyed that driving experience. And of course, the Honda Odyssey would be a good contender here as well. And if you're having issues finding these new Siennas at a reasonable price point, then I did record a separate video talking about all of the latest changes and updates for the 2025 Sienna. In that video, I also share with my audience a resource on how they can get these Siennas at about MSRP, sometimes a little bit less, but for the most part, it's going to be around sticker price, and you have pretty good selection as well. So if you want to learn more about that resource and all of the latest changes and updates for the 2025 Sienna, check out the video below. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care.